Hi, this is Sherry Seiler, the Teen Librarian at the Bucyrus Public Library, and today, this month, the book talk is about graphic novels versus manga. I'm going to start with manga very quickly. Okay. Popular manga series, Naruto. Okay. And at the same time, you have a graphic novel, popular, Aquaman, or any of the Marvel or any of the DC characters. And these are two different formats. Now, they're both ongoing stories. But what I found is that a lot of people who like manga don't actually like graphic novels or the superhero, typical comic book type graphic novels. And people like graphic novels don't typically like the manga version. I do have some that are in between that like both. And, a lot of times that's the visual reader. Those who are, visual readers, they'll care about the format. So they like both of them. But what you find is like Naruto's for, basically for boys. And then, graphic mangas also have series that are for girls. And well, DC and Marvel, they've also gotten some books for girls as well. I guess guys like Harley Quinn just as much. But, it's a girl character. They got Superwoman, Superman, and Supergirl, and Batgirl, and Catwoman. And so, yeah, you're going to have some from both. They're going to appeal to both genders. One of the other things that you've had in graphic novels, and this is Mouse. Graphic novels have, in the past, and continuing today, covered controversial subjects. This is, Snagglepuss, and if you remember that from when we were kids and they had cartoons, way back if you happen to be a parent. But yeah, controversial subjects. So they like to push the envelope sometimes. But what you've also gotten, and so we have the same sort of thing where we're going to get some controversial subjects or something with substance, not just a great story, fantasy and realistic fiction, real voices. Okay, so they cover that in manga as well. One of the things that they've both started getting into, though, now, because they're recognizing that there are visual readers who might want a little bit something else. So they've started doing manga classics. So this is a Scarlet Letter. Okay, I also have several of Shakespeare's plays are done as mangas. Diary of Anne Frank. Classic. This is done in graphic novel format. So both formats are recognizing that there is a larger readership right now. And it's not just for comic books, not just for fantasy stories. They want substance. They want more stories. And they happen to be visual readers. So the industry is giving them this. This is a new one that I just got. This is Graphic Classics. And it's in graphic novel format. And this is O. Henry's Classics. So if you don't know anything about O. Henry, I'll bet you know some of their stories. Other things they've been getting into. All right. Gaming. This is as a manga version of Legend of Zelda. So they've created a storyline or taken the storyline. And graphic novels have also gotten into graphic novelizations of popular books. So Miss Peregrine's is in there, Twilight series is in there, Mortal Instruments has been done. But some of the other things that are happening is you'll get historical stuff. The Mouse that I had shown you was a historical graphic novel, not just social commentary, but also historical in nature. And I have other historical graphic novels as well. But there's also another element where it's the Star Wars, Doctor Who, Stranger Things, or Riverdale. So if you happen to be fans of those shows or genres, then fandom has gotten to be a big thing, and so graphic novels are starting to do a great deal of fandom and there's followers there of the graphic novels. So I've got quite a few of the Star Wars one. I've got a few Doctor Who. I'm getting more of the Stranger Things because they just kind of came out, and so we're getting some of those in. And the manga publishers have also now jumped on that bandwagon as well. So there's a new Star Wars, the stories of Luke Skywalker, in a manga format. So that's also coming out. So what are the benefits of manga versus graphic novels? Not much anymore. They are both tightening the reins, and they're both trying to explore all these different genres or fandoms. They're trying to speak to the readership. They know that there's a lot more people that are reading graphic novels and manga at this time. And so they're trying to cover those bases. What the readers are asking for, the publishers are giving them. So you're going to find, like I said, there's a lot more to offer in both of those sections than what was there in the past or previously. And so you can't just say, manga is only, anime based. It's not. And manga is only going to be fantasy stories. That's not true either. And graphic novels are not just your superhero comic books that, you used to buy the dime comic book way back when they were a dime, seriously. They're now actually, they're in hardback, or sometimes they are in the trade. But like I said, it's the same thing. You don't just have the superhero. You don't just have the comic book format. There's a lot more formats out there, and they're filling all of those voids. So, who wins? I think both of them do. It's a choice for the readers of which format they like, and that's good. Having that choice is good. The fact that they're breaking those bounds and giving you lots of other different things to read in both of the formats is absolutely wonderful. So you come in the library and you kind of like this, you like reading the graphic novels or something that's visual, but you'd have a hankering for, say, the book that a lot of people were reading, the Miss Peregrines or the Twilight, and hey, I kind of wanted to read that. Well, now we have a graphic novel of it, or we happen to have a manga of it. If you like classics, same thing. You can come in and find some of those. Anyway, so that's the story. Which one wins? I think everybody wins on this one. All right, thanks. See you next month.